Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queens.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
We get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your daily vitamins. Listen, beloveds, I'm sorry for being so late. Okay, it really isn't my fault this time. I was trying to get on here, but it kept giving me a notification that there was too much traffic. Okay, it does that every blue moon. Anyway, with that all being said, my internet went out this morning on the first live, so we're going to get into it. Okay, hold on. I'm just sending something to my email. I mean, not to my email. I'm uploading something. Okay, there we go. So let's get ready to get into it, beloveds. Let's get ready to get into it. Okay, hello, Vince. I am from the UK. All right, Quiet Storm. Say, glad you're back, Queen. Me too, honey. All right, Battle Axe is here. Cherokee Descendant Dale Adrian is here. All right, let's get into it. G from the land. Lillian X, Love Christie. Okay, Cookie, I see you. Andrea, Reggie is here with his nefarious self. Gregory, J Meadows, songwriter Sonny is also nefarious. Okay, 57 Beige Fox. All right, so shout out to all of my loyal royals, everyone tuned into the Queen. Okay, and a big shout out to my moderators because y'all know they'll be putting in work. I see you, Buckhorse DC, DJ Big Six, Nessie X. All right, Alice. Okay, Leon, beloved. Let's get into it. Okay, Just Right, Just Joy. Okay, so with that all been said, before we get into it, let's have a brief word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes. Everybody hit the like button in the meantime. Thank you in advance.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so with that all being said, don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Kratz. You can also find it at Walmart.com. Okay, and don't forget that she sells beard oil as well. All right, so let's talk about it. First things first. You all know the nefarious wanton supremacist, the MAGA minion, Jake Lang, the one who stood outside of the Collin County Courthouse and called for the execution by lynching of Carmelo Anthony. Well, Judge John Roach lowered his bond. Okay. Now I heard somebody saying that he had his charges dropped, but no, that's not the case. His bond was lowered from $1 million to $250,000. Okay. And then it was set with strict conditions that bar him from returning to Texas except for his court dates. So he remains in custody in the Collin County Jail facing a felony charge of terroristic threat, which alleges he threatened violence against Carmelo Anthony during Anthony's murder trial. Okay. Now, with that being said, I don't think the judge should have lowered his bond, but of course, we know Judge John Roach is low down and dirty anyway. Okay, I told you all days ago that his history of nefariousness goes back as far as his father, John Roach Sr., who was the once DNA who prosecuted the other judge that won the election, Suzanne Wheaton. Okay, now with that all being said, let's get into it because I have come across this new dance trend that I didn't know anything about. And hold on, let me mute myself for a second so I can make sure this doesn't have any music. Now, with that all been said, there's a new dance trend that the teenagers have been doing on TikTok. It's called the Austin Bop or the Austin Challenge. Okay, so MAGA is plenty upset right about now. But here's the thing. I feel like they have a whole lot of nerve to be angry. Now, I don't condone this dance trend, because quite frankly, I don't condone mocking anyone's death. Okay. In my opinion, also, Austin was 17 and he was a bully, and I'm sure he was racist, just like his father. Okay. I would be surprised if he wasn't, but I absolutely think he was. And there has been allegations that he used the N word. So, with that all being said, here's my point. I don't really condone the demise of anyone, so I would never be doing such a thing, but I can understand why people are. I can absolutely understand why people are, because here's the thing. This is all due to the hate they give. You see, after witnessing so many injustices and how the racist devils laugh at us and mock us, well, now I guess they want their get back. And I find it interesting that they're all whining and crying like little snowflakes about to melt. But they didn't have that same energy when they were doing these things to us, because they absolutely have mocked us time and time again, and so we're going to get into it. But because we're 8 minutes in the broadcast, I know some people may get their notifications late. Some people are going to come in late. That's why I like to save the juiciest part of the broadcast, okay, for somewhere in the midway mark. In case people come in, I don't want them to miss it. So before we get into that, let's talk about these Asian businesses. The Asian businesses are just going down bad, beloveds. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. Hold on, hold on. Oh, goodness gracious. Hold on, beloveds. I must have sent it to my other email. Let me see here. Hold on, just give me a second. I have a lot of emails that I'm trying to sift through because I know I sent it to myself. I saw it in here earlier. Just not sure why I can't find it. JD wins the crown. Okay, maybe I accidentally deleted it. I don't know, but let me just go pull this up real quick And while I'm doing that, let me just pull this up for you all. Now, I know you all heard about Obama's star-studded events, and I'm sure Trump was all upset and just hating, especially after the fiasco at his UFC event that he had that was so ghetto on the White House lawn, mind you. Okay, so Obama's Presidential Center, the grand opening. Okay, they had that, but also, hold on, and this was came out yesterday. You know, the people are saying that Barack Obama is a and I would have to agree, specifically in comparison to Trump. Okay, so I'm going to pull this video up for you all while I'm looking for my video about the Asians. Okay, hold on, beloveds. Here we go.
And then we enter into
Now, this is Obama's Presidential Center. Okay, it's very nice.
the story of the 2008 presidential campaign. There's a large-scale panoramic media piece called Yes, We Can, which lifts up the voices of many of the volunteers throughout that campaign. And we have a large display case with objects that we actually crowdsourced from everyday people who kept really remarkable, colorful, very dynamic ephemera from the 2008 campaign. A lot of those pieces are actually handmade and again have really wonderful personal stories attached to them. And then we end the gallery with a media piece called Election Night Around the World. So it really is about that wellspring of hope in 2008 that was not only local here to Grant Park and Chicago, but to people around the world who saw a new landscape ahead of them. The next level is called Working for the Common Good. So this storytelling is focused on the administration's work across 2 terms. So there are 4 key initiatives that we highlight: the work done around the economy and the crisis of 2008, the importance of healthcare and the passing of the Affordable Care Act, the importance of immigration reform, and the importance of education. Each of those key initiatives, or the work of the administration across the 2 terms around those topics or those issues, also lifts up Mrs. Obama's key initiatives, which include Let Girls Learn, Joining Forces, Reach Higher, and Let's Move. So again, her story is embedded throughout the story that we tell about the administration's work. And as First Lady, she's not kind of a decorative set piece, so to speak. President Obama wanted us to underscore the importance of the work that remained, that he, as one president, working with his administration across 2.
Okay. Now, with that all being said, that lady's voice is going to put me to sleep. Okay. Now, it's very nice, but that lady's voice is going to put me to sleep. But hold on. I meant to show you all this video the other day about, they say, now I can't say who this is because they don't show the person's face, but people are saying this is Don Jr. Okay, people are saying this is Don Jr. Hold on, let me pull this up. Now, this is supposedly, hold on, because the MAGA minions tried to say it isn't Don Jr. They said, in fact, that it was Secret Service. Now, my question is, if it actually was Secret Service, how would they know? Okay, that's all I'm saying is how would they know? Okay, so look at this. Watch what happens. And what is this person that is allegedly, if this I am said she was born as hell queen. I know she was, honey, sorry. But what is this person's putting into this drink? Okay, what is this they're
You have
opening
to
up?
watch this and tell me what you think Don Jr. is doing here. This is what took place at the MMA fight at the White House the other day. This video just leaked. What do you think is going on? You have to watch this and tell me what you think Don Jr. is doing here. This is what took place at the MMA fight at the White House the
Y'all
other
see
day.
it? Let me play it again.
This video just leaked. What?
Now, here's the thing. MAGA, that's why I said, Queen, you're something else. Am I? Listen, now the MAGA minions, y'all see that? This is all crazy. Okay, but he had the nerve to talk about Hunter Biden. Okay? had the nerve to talk about Hunter Biden, but that clearly looks like something illegal. And now, mind you, as I was saying, one of the MAGA posted a video saying that's not Don Jr. Don Jr. didn't have on a tie that night, and then showed a picture of him sitting in a crowd with no tie on. Funny thing is, I happen to know that that picture that they posted was from April. Okay, so miss us with it. They tried to lie. These people will do anything to cape for Donald Trump. But hold on. Now, I've been telling you all that Trump is very unhealthy. He's very unhealthy. Did y'all know that he wandered off at the GC meeting the other day? He just wandered off and was standing there by himself looking crazy while everyone else spoke amongst themselves. He just looked like a square that was trying to fit into a circle. It just wasn't working.
Trump. It's just me, Paula Poundstone. I was just playing with the cats. Could I ask you a question? Remember you were going to sue the IRS because a vendor for the IRS leaked some of your tax returns, which you said caused you and your family embarrassment and damaged your reputation. And of course, because you are the president, technically you were the plaintiff and the defendant, which hasn't really been tested legally, but that was your claim. And that's how some bottom feeder came up with the idea of the quote unquote settlement of the enormous slush fund for the January 6th violent attackers and the ridiculous arrangement that your taxes couldn't be investigated. So many embarrassing things have happened to you in the last few days even. You must have a whole raft of lawsuits. And that's what I want to talk to you about. First of all, you look absolutely decrepit. That's embarrassing enough for another lawsuit against yourself, I think. Remember when your people edited a video of Joe Biden at some ceremony when he stepped away to shake the hand of a service member, but the edit made it look like he just wandered off? There's a video of you wandering off after the G7 photo yesterday, and the other leaders say, the other way. And it wasn't edited to make it look that way. You were just wandering off. I don't think that's hugely embarrassing. People make mistakes, but with the right judge, you should be able to get something from you for it. The cage match was embarrassing, but you slept through it. So I don't think you can sue for embarrassment. There is no Iran deal. There is a memorandum of understanding, which is so embarrassing after all the bagging on Obama's deal you've engaged in. It shines a light on your very lame memo of understanding, which apparently includes giving Iran $324 billion. I've already heard some sort of word gumbo saying it won't come from the American taxpayers, and you know what that means, which is beyond embarrassing enough that you should be able to sue Iran for half that money. You made a social media post saying, I hereby authorize the toll-free opening of the Strait of Hormuz. Donald, you don't control the Strait of Hormuz, remember? You don't get to hereby authorize when you lose. You can try to hi-hosey if you want. I don't mean to embarrass you because I can't afford it, but why do you look so awful? It's either that you're beginning to succumb to whatever your medical condition is that keeps you returning to the doctor who says you don't have it, or it's just stress from the inevitable exposure of the Epstein files. You know I like you, Donald, and I want you to promise me something. Please promise me that the first time you go into your jail cell, you will say, I hereby authorize the placing of me, Donald J. Trump, into this jail cell.
Okay, so shout out to Paula Poundstone for going in on Trump. I absolutely love it. That lady's hilarious to me. Okay, so now with that being said, hold on. She talked about how he wandered off. Let's go to the clip. Because wandered off isn't all he did. All right, pay attention. Trump is something else. And she's talking about his health. Yeah, his health is really bad.
Which side is it?
The other side. The other side. My wonderful translator. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. How are you? How are you? I'm good.
Thank you.
Now that's just sad and pathetic. Okay, yes, Leon said he looks out of place. Okay, Vince I Am said, Queen, you remember the video you broadcasted, Slow Biden being led by a blind man? That was hilarious. I don't even remember, to be honest, beloved. Okay, I've shown so many videos. I can't even keep track at this point, beloved. But that had to be hilarious. Now I want you all to see this video that Trump did that same night. Okay, Trump was trying to kiss President Macron's wife in the mouth. This man is so disgusting and ridiculous. Why would that woman want him? Even though Candace Owens claims it's a man. But anywho, why would she want Donald Trump's mouth on hers? Is he sick? Look at
Trump
this.
is facing fresh backlash after a moment with French First Lady Brigitte Macron at the G7 summit sparked viral outrage online. Footage shows Trump greeting Brigitte Macron with a series of cheek kisses before leaning in again in what some viewers describe as an uncomfortable and inappropriate move. As the moment circulated online, critics accused the US president of crossing a line and behaving in a way they called creepy and disrespectful. Supporters, however, argue it was simply a cultural greeting that escalated into misunderstanding amid a high-profile diplomatic setting in France. Donald Trump is facing fresh backlash after a...
Is he serious? He tried to kiss that. And then pay attention. Now, if you notice, he did that after President Macron had walked away. Okay, he tried to kiss her in the mouth after that. But hold on, one more clip. I want you all to listen to Trump's breathing in this video. As he's talking, listen to his breathing. This man is in poor condition. Okay, Trump's on his way out of here. I keep telling y'all that.
So the one thing I didn't want to see is I didn't want to see economic catastrophe. If you kept this going, that could have happened. But all I know is every time we talked about the possibility of peace, the stock market shot up like a rocket ship. It never went down. They didn't like it. The people, you know, the stock market is more brilliant than anybody there is, including the people on the stage, other than me, of course. Let's see. I don't know. What do you think, Scott? Is the stock market more brilliant than you?
No, sir.
Oh, that's a terrible statement. All right. The stock market is quite brilliant. And every time we said something amazing, like we're going to settle, it would go up. And every time we said something negative, like, guess what? We're not going to be able to settle, it would go down very big, Peter. Right? Very, very big. Tells you something. And you know, I've studied presidents, some good, some bad, some great.
I think we've heard enough because I already played this video for you guys this morning, but I just happened to notice his breathing on there. He is just not in good shape. Okay, he absolutely isn't. And then one more thing I want to show you all before we get into these receipts is the fact that I want you all to pay attention to how dangerous AI is. AI is very dangerous. Pretty soon, and if they haven't been doing it already, they're going to be using it to frame people for all kinds of crime. I promise you that. I really think so because I saw, hold on. I saw this video with Obama. And it clearly was not President Obama. I mean, it looked like him, but it didn't sound like him. And here's how you can tell. I want you all to listen to this. Okay, if you know Obama's voice, then you know that this voice sounds hollow. This is how I can tell AI videos because the person talking, especially if it's a voice you're familiar with, they sound like there's no life behind it. It just sounds like a hollow voice. And this is supposed to be President Obama saying that he's going to sue Josh Hawkett, the one who said that Michelle Obama was a man. Okay, let's get into it. And people are reporting this, but this is not Obama. This is AI, and people literally believe it.
Officially file a defamation lawsuit against Josh Hawkett and call on Dana White to fire him immediately. He seriously insulted my wife by standing in front of the entire world and claiming that Michelle is a man. In an apparent attempt to impress a certain drowsy man in attendance, he chose to make a statement that was not only ridiculous, but deeply offensive. It seeks to deny my wife the dignity, legitimacy, and value she has earned as a woman and as a leader. My wife has dedicated her life to education, public health, and youth development. Her work and contributions should not be overshadowed or distorted by baseless personal attacks. As the head of UFC, Dana White must provide an answer for what happened. He must either formally terminate Josh Hokett or hold a press conference demanding that he issue a public apology to Michelle. If neither action is taken, my legal team will pursue every available legal remedy and hold.
Okay, so like I said, that's all AI, honey, and people are reporting that like it's the gospel. Like, that is not even Obama talking. Y'all can't tell the difference. I'm having to go in people's comment sections and tell them, honey, this is AI. Okay? This is AI generated. And then there's another one with Michelle Obama saying the same thing. Okay. And it doesn't look like Michelle to me around the mouth area. Second of all, it definitely doesn't sound like her. And then they're reporting that too. Oh, Michelle Obama's going to sue. No, Michelle hasn't even commented or spoken about what that man did or what he said. Okay. And I wouldn't speak about it either if I were her, because everybody with sense knows that Michelle is 100% woman. I mean, there's pictures of her as a child all over the internet, and there has been for years. These people are so hateful. But let me tell you all something. The reason they try to liken Michelle Obama to a man, in case you were wondering, the MAGA type people, the reason they would do that is because they have to use that type of stuff to justify how they disrespect and treat Black women. You see, since slavery, they've always deemed Black women as being overly masculine, and they do that on purpose. So because white women have always been, specifically back then, the white women didn't have to work. They just stayed at home. They were dainty, and all of that, damsels in distress. But they didn't want to have Black women portrayed the same, because then, that would look morally, it wouldn't look good morally for the way they were treating Black women. Okay, assaulting them, R-wording them, and all of those things. So what they did was they over-masculated them, basically. Okay, trying to act like they're just like men. They're not like regular women. That's why they did the procedures on them, surgeries with no anesthesia. Okay, can you imagine? That's why till this day, and it's so ridiculous to me that till this day, there are some white people, doctors included, okay, these are the ones that it matters with. Okay, this is why I usually try to find Black doctors, because they still have people in the medical field to this day that seem to think that Black people, specifically Black women, have a higher threshold for pain than anyone else. And that's absolutely crazy. Okay, absolutely crazy. So it's just really sad. And then also, Michelle Obama is the most beautiful first lady that we've ever had in this country, bar none. I don't care what anyone says. Okay, the haters can hate all they want. Michelle Obama is the most attractive first lady that we've ever had. And second would be Jackie Onassis, JFK's wife. And if you don't believe me, just watch, because here is a beautiful picture of Michelle. Okay, please pay attention. And also, let me just tell you all this. Back in slavery, they had the little Black boys wearing skirts. Okay, these little things that look like dresses. Sorry, that's the wrong tab. Hold on. These people are something else. So they have to dehumanize Black women and try to act like they're so masculine to prove their points. Now, look at this beautiful picture. A man where? Okay, a man where? It's just the hatred of it all for me. Okay, it's just the hatred of it all for me. Please pay attention. But hold on, beloveds. Now, here's one more I'll go to, and then we'll get started. Black women are the least desired of all women. Well, I don't think so. I think Black women are the most desired of all women. I absolutely do. Okay, and that's part of the reason why some of these racist MAGA type white women don't like Black women, and some of these Latina women too. They love our men, honey, but they don't like us, some of them. Okay, please pay attention. Absolutely gorgeous. All right. And she's aging gracefully. I don't care what anybody says. Now, let's talk about these Asian businesses. All right. That's right, Reggie. Thank you, beloved. Said Black women are the blueprint. And then Leon says, hold on. Leon says, take away their racism and they have absolutely nothing. Well, that's true. And let me just tell you, I'm glad you brought that up. It's a good point. Because here's the thing. The fact of the matter is, the rich, powerful, wealthy white folk, the elites, the ones that control everything and pull all the strings, you know, they don't care anything about the poor white folk. They don't care about them anymore than they care about us. And all they give them is at least you're not black. That's all. And that's why these people are so inherently racist, because that's all they have to cling to, just like Leon said. Now, that's a fact. Okay, so I'm going to go to this video and shout out to Mahogany Culture and Travel, because that's who posted this video. And we're going to get into it because their businesses are doing really bad, folks. Okay, they're doing really bad. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. I'm going to put an overlay on this. Let's see here. Here we go. Today. Everything's empty. Look at it.
Today, we will hear from foundational Black Americans speaking on how Black unity is causing Asian businesses to go out of business. Check it out.
This was Hidden Dragon Chinese restaurant in Antioch, California, and it's now permanently closed. And I didn't even know it was closed. Drove up there to get some Chinese food, and to my surprise, I saw a for sale sign, and I was like, damn, they gone too? Wow.
To the Asian man who challenged all Black people to boycott all Asian businesses, I'd like to say thank you. We haven't seen a level of unity and camaraderie this large since probably George Floyd. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know if Black people would have ever gotten to this point where we all unified under one singular movement this way. Like, it is powerful. The Asian people are starting to feel the effects of what you have done. This is impacting your people more than it's impacting my people. We are uniting against this. You have destroyed Asian businesses. That's you. You did that. And I'd like to thank you for getting my people to work together on something like this. This means the world to me. And to the Asian people who are hurting because of the decisions and the words that this person has said, you know who to come for. He did this to you, not us. He said, we don't want you guys. So we said, okay.
Because everybody keeps calling this a boycott. But baby, this ain't no boycott. No, this is a wealth transfer. Yeah. And sugar, it's long overdue. Because for generations, we've been taught that spending our dollars is just about buying a product. And baby, that ain't what it is. Every dollar is an investment in somebody else's community. Every dollar helps somebody hire employees. Yeah. Buy property, build generational wealth, send their children to college, expand their business. Y'all following me? So when we intentionally decide to spend our money with businesses that don't respect us, don't invest in us, don't hire us, and don't stand with us, we're not just taking money away, we're transferring it. We're redirecting it. We're making a deposit somewhere else. Think about that. Every time you choose a Black-owned restaurant, a Black-owned beauty supply, a Black-owned contractor, a Black-owned bookstore, a Black-owned coffee shop, a Black-owned accountant, a Black tech company, baby, that's a deposit. That's a wealth transfer. And I need us to stop thinking about this as something temporary. This cannot be something we do for 2 weeks because we're angry. This has got to be a lifestyle. Because if our dollars help build other communities, imagine what those same dollars could do if we start investing in our own. Yeah, think about that. Baby, this is our first deposit. Now let's keep it up.
Y'all should have kept us distracted. Y'all should have kept us distracted. It was easy. We was out buying Balenciagas. We was out, going into beauty supplies, just spending our money. Black people, we not cheap. You know what I'm saying? We just throw it out there. Y'all should have kept us distracted. And now, y'all got a shitstorm up y'all hands, man. It ain't gonna be no fun when a rabbit got the, you know what I'm talking about? It ain't gonna be no fun. Because here's what's gonna happen. The biggest transfer of our wealth distribution is about to happen. And I guarantee y'all this is a huge issue for the world because Black people are some of the most exhausted spending motherfuckers on the planet. We spend, we you know, and honestly, it was bad for us. We just throw the money out there, not giving a fuck. Everybody else is stiff with their money. Black people not. Everybody was living off us. Now look at what's about to happen. And now we are going to be more powerful than anybody ever imagined once we stick to this, because we're going to stick to it, right? You know, this is not a ban. This shit is permanent. We're going to start and look. Listen, you're going to have some people who going to do what they do. They're going to spend their money. They're going to say it ain't going to work or whatever case may be. Them motherfuckers going to feel it. I guarantee you that. Them motherfuckers is going to feel it. Okay? Listen to me. They are, from what I'm hearing, they are already feeling it. I'm already hearing the Blasians telling the world that they people calling them and saying, yo, this shit been dry for like a week. I don't know what the fuck is going on. What's going on? And the Blasians got to explain to them what the fuck is going on.
For my foundational Black Americans, my Black Americans, the Asian communities have the nerve to come out and ask for unification and forgiveness and solidarity after one of their own has burned the cross, after their own has unalived, after the disrespect that they have shown our community over the years, after we have invited them, after they have bulldozed their way in our community and disrespected us. And now you want to kumbaya? I said, F you. Take all your fake apologies and everything that goes with it and flush it down the toilet. We don't need it. We don't want it. And quite frankly, it's disrespectful because we see right through it. It's all a facade. You're losing money. You know? You are the new house inward. You see the writing on the wall. You kiss the ring. You kiss the white man's behind. Okay? One thing Black Americans, foundational Black Americans know. Ever since the white man came over here on the Mayflower, they sent the worst of the worst. So we know how to deal with them because we're indigenous to this land. So we know how to deal with them, okay? But you came afterwards. You the middleman, okay? You the cushion in between two Oreos. Take it as you will. You're needless. You can still have a cookie without the cushion in between. That's you. Okay? So now that you realize that you're superfluous, you want us to align with you. You're just like the Latinos. They found out that they were superfluous too. And now the Indians
Let them
El Telluride que te encanta.
They planning a coup. They planning a coup because supposedly they're about to drop some Juneteenth specials this coming week to try to get us back in their beauty supplies and their nail salons. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for it. But they supposedly trying to set up some Juneteenth discounts to get y'all back in their establishments, and we not having it. Please don't fall for the BS. Keep your head on swivel, stand firm, and stay out of their businesses. That man in Triple Dog dared us, and we finna take this the mile. We finna take it all the way through. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. We don't need no Juneteenth specials from them. Drop in y'all comments if y'all start seeing the advertisements. Drop in the comments.
Okay, y'all saw it, and I'm going to stop it right there. Okay, they're down bad. Okay, now, M. Ford says, thank you for presenting this information. These videos of the Asian shops are old. Are there any updated videos out there showing additional Asian shops that are being impacted? Love you. Excuse me. Well, beloved, I love you too. But here's the thing: those videos are not old. Now, if there was one that may have been mixed in that was old, maybe that's the case. I'm not sure. I didn't put up that video, but there's very much so new videos, honey. Okay, because there's videos that I've been showing videos almost every time I talk. Not almost every time I talk about the Asian ban or blackout. God dang it! Hold on. Okay, sorry about that, beloveds. I hate when people call me when I'm on live. Now, with that all being said, I lost my train of thought. Hold on. Hold on. Real quick. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so as I was saying, there's videos of people going into the shops and recording them. Okay, so every time I talk about the Asian blackout, or the Asian ban, transfer of wealth, whatever y'all want to call it. Every time I talk about that and do videos on it, beloved, I absolutely show videos that are current, okay? People going into the shops in real time, recording themselves and showing that these shops are empty. Go back and look through any of my videos. They absolutely are down bad, okay? We don't have to use old videos because they're absolutely going down. Now, here's the thing. With the elder who said they're coming out with fake apologies, yes. Now, some of them may be genuine, but like I told you all, even if they are, the problem is this. All of these things have been going on for decades, and they've never come out and apologized or stood with us or anything. So don't come out and do it now, is all I'm saying, okay? This stuff has been going on for literally decades, and they keep trying to say, some of them, that, oh, this is one person, Rick Child. No, it's not just about Rick Child. He was the straw that broke the camel's back. This has been going on. There's millions of straws, and he was just the final one. He was the nail in the coffin, pretty much, okay? Because we know that there's been video after video for decades, specifically from 2015 up until now, of them beating up Black women in their salons, throwing barbicide in their faces, okay? For those of you who don't know, barbicide is a chemical that you use to cleanse the utensils that you use when you go into a nail salon, whatever they use when they're working on you or whatever. People use them in the hair salons to clean their combs and instruments in there as well. So they throw this dangerous chemical in their faces. I've seen videos and shown you all videos of them doing it, beating them with brooms and mops and jumping them and all of that, locking them inside of their businesses if they refuse to pay because they're not happy with the service. You see, that's why I stopped going to them to get my nails done in 2020. That was 6 years ago. Now, that all being said, I was still going to the Chinese restaurant every now and then, like I told you all, to get my vegetable lo mein. Okay, but I haven't been doing that, and I'm never going to do it again. Like I told you all, my son knows how to cook his own Chinese food. So anyway, with that all being said, it looks like they're down bad. And see, that's why you shouldn't dare people to do anything. Okay, you shouldn't dare people to do anything, because specifically not Black people, because if anybody on this earth has gone through hell and high water and is still right here, that's us. Okay, that is us. How many times have they tried to get rid of us? They've tried all sorts of ways to commit genocide on us, starting back with through slavery. And then you had Margaret Sanger, who started the Negro Project, which is now called Planned Parenthood. Okay, that was all to commit genocide. You see, you don't just have to commit genocide by murdering people. You can do it by other things. Okay, you can do it through medical practices where you purposely do things to Black people to make them sick and die, like HIV, which they created themselves, and also the Tuskegee experiment, things like that. You can do all sorts of things. Okay, they've been trying to get rid of us for as long as I can remember. So we're still here, is all I'm saying. And when you think about it, it's the snowflakes, the people who cannot or who are not used to dealing with a struggle, the people who are used to getting their way when all of a sudden they can't get their way and all of a sudden they have to struggle. Well, they can't take it. Okay, they start losing their jobs. You've seen the videos I've shown you of them people coming on live streams crying. Okay, crying, grown men, MAGA men crying. Okay, the guy that was the painter talking about he's not getting any business, no contracts and all of this. Well, that's all thanks to Trump, their master that they voted for. But see, they can't take it. They start taking themselves out. Do you all remember during the pandemic when they closed down businesses and this guy who doesn't look like me took out his whole family, his children? They were adult children, teenage children. One of them had a Rhodes Scholarship. Took all of his kids out, the wife out, and then himself because he lost his job. Who does that? Certainly not Black folk. Okay, 9 times out of 10. So anyway, yeah, the Asians are down bad. They have no one to blame but themselves. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so now let's talk about why MAGA is mad. MAGA is very upset and furious because these Black teenagers have made this dance up called the Austin Bop. Some call it the Austin Challenge. Either way, it's nefarious. And I don't condone it, like I said, because I don't condone mocking anyone's death. But the bottom line is anything about them doing it. Because as far as I'm concerned, this is all due to the hate that they give. They've been hateful for us for so long, and they've done so many things to us that now some people just don't give a darn. Now, this first video I'm about to show you, I'm going to mute the audio because I don't want any copyright issues. Okay, so I'm going to mute the audio on this. Hold on just a second. Now, here we go. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. And you know, Jeff Metcalf can't get mad either, specifically after he called Carmelo a watermelon felon. Who cares what he thinks, right? This is nefarious.
Some Henny. Where's this whole song? Not a party. Where is this whole song? Carry out.
He's sitting there cracking up. Now he knows he's wrong for laughing. Okay, he knows he's wrong for laughing. Okay, now I'm gonna go to another one. This is all nefarious. This is all nefarious. Now, like I said, they're mad about it, but they did this stuff first. Okay, they absolutely did this stuff first, and now it's just all, it's just all a whole nother thing. Hold on. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. Thank you in advance. Here we go.
Can someone's death become acceptable? Y'all, social media has crossed a line this time. There's a trend going around called the Austin Bop where people are reportedly dancing to dance moves that mimic the stabbing that took that poor boy's life. Think about that. A real teenager lost his life and a real family's grieving. A twin brother lost his best friend. And some thugs are out here, they're turning the tragedy into entertainment for clicks. You guys are sick. I don't care what side of the case you're on or what color you are. When we start mocking death and celebrating violence, something is wrong with our culture. Austin Metcalf was a human being, not a meme, not a dance trend. We can do a whole heck of a lot better than this.
No, we can't, sir. Specifically, you can, and your people started this whole thing. Okay, and I'm going to show you the receipts in a minute. Now, I get what he's saying. You know, it isn't nice at all, but like I said, they did this ish first. All right, so hey, what goes around comes around. That's what they say, right? It's the truth. Look at the look on his face, y'all. Doesn't he look forlorn? Or he looks like he's maybe trying not to laugh.
I'm just gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I'm a grown man. Look, you see the gray. You see the gray. These young kids ain't to be played with. I mean, I ain't got no fear in my heart, but that Austin Bop, if you look at, you put it in your search bar, and I'm pretty sure you probably seen videos. If you haven't, I mean, I'm not in a position to say who's right or wrong at this point. I'm not, because they made videos mocking the deaths of our people. Okay? They made videos mocking the deaths of our people. George Floyd comes to mind, right? We keep telling them to leave us alone, you know, because I've been black my whole 39 years of living. Like, we not really the people to fuck with. Because, you know, black people have a way of hurting your feelings, and they're making the dance and the song. I mean, what do you want me to say? I'm not gonna criticize them, especially with the horrible, horrific shit I've seen online of them mocking us. And now they, you know, they in an uproar. They pissed off now. I could already see it. Like, oh, why are you mocking the death of Austin? It's like, these young kids don't care. They don't care, because the way they see it, you would Carmelo could have been them. That's how they see it. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, I'm not saying this about them, but I mean, you just got people out here that ain't got no sense, and they don't care. And they gonna do what they gonna do. You won't catch me dancing to that shit. But I mean, you know, I'm not here to judge it. I'm not here to condemn it. You could say, oh, you wrong for not, I'm not condemning shit. I'm not condemning nothing. I'm in shock and awe, because it's like, damn, you know, I thought us millennials was, you know, I thought we ain't got shit on them. I ain't gonna lie. We ain't got shit on
them. Okay, I'm just saying, now they see how it feels, and then just like they got so upset about Charlie Kirk. Okay, but they've been doing this stuff to us. I'm gonna show this next video so you all can see the caption on there. Okay, because someone posted this. There's music playing, so I have to mute it. But they put on the caption, "White people, are y'all mad enough? Angry enough, white man?" This is another white man asking this, because he wants something to be done about it, clearly. Then got Austin's picture talking about, I learned my lesson. Okay. You know, the only thing that I'll say is, Hate begets hate. When you're hateful to people, pretty soon those same people will start to be hateful to you. Nobody's going to keep just, nobody in their right mind. It's just going to keep being nice and sweet to people that are being hateful to them. Hatred hardens the hearts. Okay, you think you can be nice to somebody who's always slapping you in the face every day? They don't want to give you food to eat. They want to just make you have to struggle and all sorts of things. I'm just saying, for an example, pretty soon you're going to get mad. You're going to want to do something about it.
Openly mocks a violent death and causes more pain for Metcalf's family and friends. The videos come out.
So as you can see, the Austin Bop is mocking Austin Metcalf's family and friends and causing major hurt and pain. Cannot make this up, but what I can tell you, they did this to themselves. They did this to themselves, as perception is everything. Perception is key in America, and they wanted an all-white jury. And they wanted to push the perspectives that a perception that blacks have no say. Blacks want to have no insight at all on this situation. Blacks will have nothing or any control in the situation. Cannot make this up. This is how they decided to push the narrative, and now they have backfired. As the Austin Metcalf Bop is viral. It's a trend, and they can't stop it. They did it to themselves, as they did not want to be transparent in the situation of the Carmelo Anthony case and the trial. They let some people go see videos, and they're saying that that's not the actual video. The all-white jury, the white judge, cannot make this up. Can't make this up. And they was expecting to get people to accept it, that Carmelo Anthony was going to get 35 years, and their son was not going to get made fun of. It looked it unfair. So right now, yes, it's all in the choice they made. They had a choice, and they could have went the other route. They could have made this more publicized, but they decided not to. So it put them in a position for Austin Metcalf to never be able to rest in peace. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I see how you're looking at me. You're looking at me that type of way, but I didn't do it.
Openly mocks a violent death and causes more pain.
Now, as I was saying, and he said the same, yes, they brought it on themselves. Okay, sad for them. Okay, because let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hold on. Queen, we were still here. Okay. Hold on. Okay, Black Butterfly says that was Trayvon crying out. Okay, exactly. George Floyd, too. Okay, let's get into it. Hold on. Because this is the proof right here that they're nothing but hypocrites. I don't feel sorry for Jeff Metcalf's racist ass. He sat there and called Carmelo Anthony a watermelon felon, talked trash about all the rest of the black folk who didn't even have anything to do with the case or the incident. But hold on. They're full of crap because look at this. Y'all remember these memes and videos? They literally made videos. I'm just showing you the screenshots. Even the grown people, at least we can say it's teenagers doing it in our case. No grown people are doing this. It's just kids being silly. They had grown arse men doing it. Okay? But see, that's nothing new because for them, this is something they've always done. Pictures of Trayvon. Okay, this is something they've always done at the end of the day. But hold on, let's go back further because didn't they make the lynching postcards and all of that too? See, this is what they have always done. They have always mocked the deaths of black people, stood out and watched, and all these things. So now we're supposed to feel sorry and everybody's supposed to be woe is them when people are doing the same thing back to them that they started. Okay, this was learned behavior from them at the end of the day, period. You know, and there's videos of Charlie Kirk talking about witnessing a public execution and then asking about, and it's funny that he said that because how was his death? He was literally publicly executed. You see how that turned out? You see how that turned out? That's exactly how he left up out of here. And when he was talking on that video, he basically asked the question, you know, he asked the question basically, how old do you think kids should be before they have to witness an execution? But let's go to some of the clips of Charlie Kirk when he was talking specifically about George Floyd. These people have always mocked us. Let me put an overlay on this.
Well, George Floyd didn't die because of the police officer. He died largely because of a drug overdose.
But he had his knee on his neck. And we all saw the video.
But the knee on the neck is actually an approved police technique that police departments taught Derek Chauvin to use. Do you know that George Floyd was saying, "I couldn't breathe," well before that restraining technique? And
so why'd they use the technique if he already couldn't breathe?
Well, because he was actually resisting arrest, and they had to restrain him. And they restrained him in a way that they were taught to do, which is the knee on the neck technique.
Okay, so when does the like technique end? Like when they die? Like he said he couldn't.
No, I mean the technique.
About that.
First of all, please pay attention. Charlie Kirk was lying. Okay, he was flat out lying when he said that. Okay, first of all, he didn't die from an overdose. He died because that man knelt on his neck for almost 10 minutes. Now look at this right here. And this was just from September of 2025. Hold on, let me take this overlay off the screen. I mean, this is stuff they've always done, like I said. They're just getting their payback, and now they're crying about it. Don't cry now. Okay, don't get mad at us. This is what y'all did.
Photo that's been shared thousands of times on social media in the last few days. It
It says, "I can't breathe. Black Lives Matter."
wasn't long before the owner of the car photographed here says she saw it on her own timeline.
And I was looking at the picture, I was like, wait a minute, that's my car.
Kendra McBride says she had the decal custom made this summer following the death of George Floyd, who said, "I can't breathe," as a Minneapolis officer knelt on his neck until he died. In the photo, the 4 teens appear to be pretending to choke themselves.
It's really shocking to see such young kids doing something so stupid, and it might seem so innocent to them, but it's really not. I don't think they fully understand the situation.
On social media, many have linked the photo to Granville High School. The Granville superintendent, Roger Barup, says the photo did not take place on school property and that the students aren't all from the district. But he says the school is responding. Though he did not specify, students from Granville High School say the school's response shows progress.
From my freshman year till now, there has been tremendous growth with them having an action plan on how to hold those individuals accountable.
Senior Imani Ellsworth and junior Sierra Broussard saw the photo Wednesday while they were in school.
I felt infuriated, honestly, to wake up and see already disgusting things and vile things on the internet from people all over the world. But for it to be our own peer group in our very own town, at our own school, in our classes.
Both students say it's not the first time they've experienced racism from their classmates, but they want it to stop here.
I think, with us being the minority, we have become very tolerant and somewhat submissive of those racist comments and just their ignorance sometimes. And I think that, as a whole, we need to speak out and speak up. And I think that's what we're doing here today.
Ellsworth and Broussard say they're meeting with faculty and students to push for change.
Change doesn't happen overnight, even if it's not while I'm still here at Granville. I definitely want to see improvement after I leave. And I've seen, like I said, tremendous growth from when I was a freshman till now.
Emma Nicholas, 13 on your side. Photo that's been shared thousands of times on social media in the last few days. It wasn't long before the owner of the car photographed here.
Now, look at this. Hold on, here we go. I mean, I get it, they're mad, but so are we.
You all right, man? Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Take care of yourself. You too.
They said it was all a big misunderstanding. I mean, this is the kind of stuff they do. Okay, this is humorous to them. So now don't cry now. Okay? Don't cry now for what? Make it all make sense. And then they continue to do these things, but even more so, they get ignorant Black folk like Kevin Hart, okay, to engage in the foolishness with them because they were still mocking George Floyd at that Kevin Hart roast. Now, let's go to this next video from TMZ about that Kevin Hart roast.
His family is trying to understand what they're calling an insane move by Minnesota Republicans after a moment of silence for Derek Chauvin, and they suspect that Kevin Hart roast played a role here. As we previously reported, Minnesota GOP delegates held a moment of silence for Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis officer convicted in the of George Floyd. Travis Kaines, a spokesperson for the Gianna and George Floyd Foundation, tells TMZ the family sees the Minnesota GOP's moment of silence for Floyd's convicted as a shocking display that piggybacks off those who brushed off Tony Hinchcliffe's joke at the Kevin Hart roast. He says the family feels that the joke opened up doors for more racism and believes they are now seeing that play out in Minnesota. Kaines tells TMZ to put a guy on the pedestal and hold a moment of silence for him is insane. The whole world knows that the public lynching of George Floyd was tragic. Despite their frustration, Kaines says the foundation and Floyd's family remains focused on spreading a peaceful and positive message. So what do you guys think? Did Tony Hinchcliffe's joke have anything to do with this, or is comedy just comedy? George
His joke had everything to do with it because they just brought George Floyd back to the forefront. Okay, it's no coincidence that they gave a moment of silence. I want you all to think about that. The man that murdered George Floyd in front of millions of people on national TV, we all saw it. And they gave him a moment of silence. That was a slap in the face. So don't come crying to us about a damn thing. Okay, this is what you get. Okay, period. Now I want you all to go back and take a look at this, go back a moment in time. Because how could we ever forget when Mayor Jacob Frey cried at George Floyd's casket? Do y'all remember? It was so performative. Okay, it was so performative. You mean tell me he's crying harder than us? Look at it, y'all. Look how the black folk are looking at him.
Joy comes in the morning. Troubles, they don't last always. Joy comes in the morning.
See that?
Troubles, they don't last always.
Somebody said he was really laughing. This is all nefarious. Okay, these people are something else. Okay, so all I'm saying is, so DJ Big Six said this. DJ Big Six said the spirit got him. Oh, look at this. See those feet hanging? 100 years of lynchings. And they mocked Black people's deaths. Okay? They mocked Black people's deaths, and then they put the pictures that they took on postcards and sent them to their relatives in other states. Okay? So I'm sorry. You know, don't get mad about payback. French we said, French we said, the world is a stage. It absolutely is. Okay, it absolutely is. Youngest Turnip Boom says, thinking a comedian from a Yahtzee rally in New York City isn't political is delusion. This comedian knows exactly what he's doing. Of course, beloved, I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree, okay? With that all being said, Timeless said an eye for an eye. I mean, listen, the bottom line is they just need to sit down somewhere. You can't get mad because this is what y'all do. Oh, and let me just tell you something. That's right. Roddy said they're still lynching us. Exactly. Okay, exactly. Now, let me address a couple of comments that I didn't mention. Someone asked me earlier, they said, why didn't Carmelo's attorney, Mike Howard, why didn't he bring up the multiple assailants Texas doctrine? Honey, I don't know, but I talked about that days ago. I said that that's how you know he threw the case, because he didn't bring that up, and I know if I know about it, that he knows about it. Okay, he didn't do that, didn't ask any questions or didn't object to certain questions that were asked. It's a lot of things he didn't do, and that's all because he was throwing the case. Look how he ditched Carmelo as soon as the case was over. Okay, they had to appoint him a public defender to file his appeal. And let me just tell you all this. Oh, I made those for the Carmelo t-shirts. But anyway, the attorney definitely threw the case. And so now, like I said, Carmelo has filed his appeal, but he's going to need a very good attorney. Okay, he's going to need a very good attorney. Now, here's the thing too. I told you all that I was on a TikTok live panel the other night and they kicked me off because I called this woman a racist piece of ish, because that's what she was. And so a notification came up from TikTok, right? So, but last night I was watching that same channel when they were having a live, and I didn't want to join this time because I don't want to get ticked off. So I'm just listening. And this white guy starts saying jigger, 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 jigger. He just kept saying it with the N-word, jigger, 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 jigger. No notification came up. There was a Karen who kept calling another white woman who was for Carmelo. Her name is her name is My True Crime. That's the lady who works in the judicial system, and she absolutely says she's worked for 15 years. She's for Carmelo. She was talking about how the trial was shady and all of that stuff. As a matter of fact, she's the woman that I showed you all the video of where she was talking trash about Jeff Metcalf at the courthouse. Do you all remember? Put a one in the chat if you remember. No, Prince of Paraphernalia, I don't think Cardi B gave them any money. Y'all need to stop believing everything you hear. Because when I looked into that, I didn't find anything about that. Cardi B spoke out about him, but she didn't donate $5 million. Boosie didn't donate $500,000. That's all lies. Okay, you have to be careful what you believe. Okay? Another channel said they were looking out for him on the inside. Well, if they're looking out for him on the inside, how would they know? Okay, how would they know? See, that's the thing. There's a lot of misinformation being spread and spewed. His uncle came out the other day and said that they have not delegated anyone to even be collecting money for him. Now, you all remember I showed you a video the other day where this black woman on TikTok said that she was given permission to collect money for him. So I was about to donate money, but when I went to the link that she had in her bio, when I clicked on it, it was her PayPal account. It was a PayPal account. So I'm thinking, why the hell would they be having her collecting money in a PayPal account? So I just thought it was sketchy. So luckily I didn't donate anything, but it did say that it had like $2,000 something. And then so the uncle came out the other day, like I said, and said there's nobody collecting money. Nobody's been authorized to. And when they are able to collect money, they'll let us know. So far, they've not been collecting money because none of the crowdfunding sites are allowing them to thus far. They even posted the email where it showed that the people told the mother, sorry, but we had to remove it. Okay, and I forget the name of that crowdfunding source. It was one that I wasn't familiar with. It wasn't GoFundMe or GiveSendGo because they've already told them no and refunded money. But this particular one, they told them the same thing. They said we had to take it down and we're going to refund the money. Or unfortunately, I know this is sad news or whatever, but they told them no. So they're trying to figure out, come up with a way where they can have the money donated. Okay, so they still need money. But there's people out here scamming, so we can't be believing everything we say. Don't believe that Cardi B gave $5 million and Boots gave $500,000. Okay, when I hear stuff like that, I go look for proof. Okay, I always go look for the proof because people can say anything. I don't believe what people say just because they said it. I need receipts. Okay, and so when I looked into it, there was all cap. And like I said, I don't know who started those rumors, but it's likely the MAGA types so that we won't donate to them. Because if you think he's got $5 million and $500, $5.5 million, why do we need to donate, right? That's what they want you to think. Just like these are the same people who put out the lies, okay, that they took the money and spent it on a house and a car and had a public defender. And I've already shown you all the proof that Mike Howard is not a public defender. He used to be years ago, but he absolutely is paid. Okay, they paid that man. All right. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to get to some of the comments. Give me just a second. This chat is frozen. Okay, here we go. Queen, the other day I chatted introvert rockstar post June 13th. The other day I chatted introvert rockstar's post. I don't know who that is, beloved. I'm confused. I'm not sure what you're telling me, beloved. Please clarify, okay? Anita says Charleston White with his silly self talking about Carmelo's dad, and he's making t-shirts. Yeah, Charleston White is making watermelon felon t-shirts. He's an opportunist and a piece of ish. Okay, that's what he is. He's ridiculous. Your attorney job is over after the verdict appeal process is different. Carmelo don't want him anyway. Well, of course he doesn't want him. He doesn't need him. But I'm just saying the things that he did. Like, you don't just walk out on the client right after. Yeah, your job is over. But the thing is, if your client is going to file an appeal, then you would at least do that for them if you were decent. But in this case, they don't need him. But it's just the point of the matter is what I'm saying. Now, another thing is the fact that these MAGA minions, they're going around trying to find out what crowdfunding sources they're trying to use. And so they've been the ones blocking it, reporting to these people, stuff to try to get them to take down the crowdfunding. So, and I'm not surprised. Of course, that's what they would do. But one way or another, his family will get the money. Okay, they're not stopping anything, no matter how hard they try. They know that this was a travesty of justice. These are the same people who will sit there and whine and cry when they even think something has been done to them. Roddy says they should also accept Bitcoin. That might be a thought, beloved. Like, they don't want nobody donate to them for real. Sad. Well, of course they don't. These are the same people that donated all that money to the racist white woman that called that black baby, or the little 5-year-old black child, called them the N-word at the park. They donated her almost $1 million. Okay, almost $1 million they donated her. All right, so it is what it is at this point. Okay, so I'm about to conclude this broadcast. Listen, I'll be back on here tomorrow, probably early, because I have things to do. I'm trying to find Juju's comment about Cardi B. Hold on. I'm trying to, because I see Ashkan replied to it. Hold on. I'm trying to find that comment because I already told Juju 1,000 times to stop causing distractions in the chat with BS about Cardi B. But you just can't seem to resist, huh? Don't worry, I'll go back and look for it after the broadcast. Oh, you said no, he's not in here. Okay, I was about to say, because I saw you report. Okay, I was about to say, Juju, what are you up to? Because I saw you replying to something. I'm like, Juju, you better not be up to your same old BS, okay? So anyway, with that all being said, Ashkan said that was me. That was all me. Okay, Ashkan, I'm going to put you in timeout, okay, if you keep it up. Okay? RG Tyler said, Queen, Ashkan was saying if Juju was in the chat. Okay, see, that just further proves my point about Juju. Okay, that further proves my point. Even when he's not here, okay, his memory of the stuff he says about Cardi B is still in the chat. Y'all see what I'm talking about, right? Thank you for that. Okay, so anyway, the Alert Squad said, we love you, Queen. Keep banging on this beast daily. Thank you, beloved. Okay, so listen, I love you all to life. I hope you all enjoyed the broadcast. I'll be back. This I said, Juju is catching strays even when absent in the Queen of Songwriter Sunny said the spirit of Juju. You are so nefarious. Anyway, listen, I love you all to life. I hope you enjoy your strong end, not your weekend. Happy Juneteenth. Okay. I hope you enjoy your strong end, not the weekend, leaving you in a weakened state of mind. And each one teach one. That's how we're going to thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Listen, I'll see you all tomorrow, probably about 11. Okay, about 10, between 10 and 11. Okay. And so until next time, beloveds, peace.
With that flavor all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking making reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got